Hello and welcome to Hidden World. I'm John
I'm India's son.
and we'd like you to join us on our adventures and travels and show you how we like to travel the world.
Which is, of course, the proper way.
If you like our video, please like and subscribe in a normal way, that would be much appreciated.
And we hope you enjoy the show.
Good morning, Indy.
Morning, John.
We're from Kuala Lumpur today. As you can see the Petronas Twin Towers where Indy's pointing. Today we're just going to take you for, oh dear, today we're going to take you for a bit of a trip around Kuala Lumpur. Okay, we're going to look in the shopping centre that is called
Berjaya Times Square, which has a theme park in it.
Yeah, apparently we're going to look at this theme park.
So we're going to fly off a roller coaster and die? No, we're not going to do that.
Anyway, we're going to go to sort of a few little tourist things like that, but we're also going to just wander about, look at the streets, go and see the Twin Towers, go to Little India. Should be a nice day. We're looking forward to it. Okay, as you can see, we've come outside of the hotel, and this is much like a lot of modern Asian cities now. They're like almost built on kind of different levels, like a metropolis. And if you remember, there was a film years ago, 1920s, one of the first black and white films. I don't think it had, I'm not sure if it had talking, I don't think it did. But it was shown at university. It's called Metropolis. Can't even say the word, I'd say it.
Metropolis.
Yeah, that one, Metropolis. And it talked about how in the future people would live on loads of different levels. And you've got the subterranean, so you've got like underground railways, and you've got your surface level, and then space becomes limited. And they kind of build it until you get onto this multi-level kind of thing. And that's what's happened, and you can see it happening here in Asia. And actually it does stop a lot of the congestion on the roads, having all these big kind of flyover passes like this going on. Okay, so perhaps it's a good thing. So as we're walking along, you can see there's just absolutely massive buildings, and they're like just so big. Like, I mean, it's not one of the biggest by any means, but just to give you an idea of perspective, I'm going to stand Indy here. Hopefully he's not going to get run over.
Not really that small.
By the car.
It's small already, it's only a little bit.
As you see, it's absolutely massive. It just goes up and up and up. And how do you feel about these buildings, Indy?
Well, it's just the architecture. It's like, it's mad. Like, who comes up with that? Like, I said this in one of our other videos. But, like, you see that thing there? Like, who gets the ideas? Like, who's on the such mind-boggling buildings? That's interesting.
As you can see, from most Asian cities of this size, construction is just going on and on. It's not just going to stop. Wherever you go, okay, like this is a new one being built and completed, but wherever you go, there's just more and more stuff being built.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm like, you kept me talking, but yeah, I don't think we should really walk it. It looks like we're walking right into a building site.
Indeed. All you need to do is relax. We're going where we're going, right?
We don't know where we're going.
Just follow the road, see where it goes.
But we have a destination.
I know, and that's where we're going. But one of the things that I actually wanted Indy to kind of learn from these trips is actually how to negotiate and get around places without maps, without using phones. Yes, we're using the phone to make the video, but we're not using the phone at all to find where we're going. Continuing on the theme of construction, as you can see over there, just in the distance is another one being built. It's got cranes on. I have no idea how tall they're going to be. They're already tall and they're still going up and up. Another one there. As you can see, it's just unbelievable, the progress, and it's changed so much from when I first came here over 20 years ago. I'd say at that point there was just the twin Petronas towers and the main tower, and a lot of it was low-level sort of shanty houses spread around it. I was surprised then the contrast, but it does seem to be a city on the up. Lots going on, lots being built. Okay, so the place we are going Indy, if you want to point to it.
There.
And what's it called?
Times Square.
Yeah, so this Berjaya Times Square, I had no idea about. So when we were kind of looking at this trip, it's me thinking about going to all the beautiful beaches.
And me thinking about water parks and theme parks. So.
Yeah, like all kids. But what's interesting, and probably what does become apparent on the trips we've gone on before, yes, he loves the theme parks and he loves the water parks, but what he also enjoys just as much as kind of the finding the places, different food and stuff like that. Would you say that was true?
Yeah, that's true. I'd love trying new foods here. It's like, I don't think parents should worry about like what to feed their kids, because one, you'll have the Western food anyway, which is just easy. Like, there's a McDonald's anywhere, but the local food's just as nice. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
I'd say
Gotta ask for no spice though.
rather than getting away from, oh yeah, the local food's just as nice. Being actually honest, the local food is far nicer and far more better for you, and not just that, it's more healthy. Okay, and actually, Indy actually admitted it yesterday. We have had a McDonald's on this trip, and both of us come out afterwards feeling like we'd not really eaten much, and you get that horrible like kind of feeling in your stomach. Whereas we also had local food, and it was just delicious. Yesterday I had Vietnamese po.
In Malaysia.
Yeah, in Malaysia, and in all these cities in Asia, there's just so much selection of food. There's everything, and almost it's more difficult deciding what you want to eat rather than what to eat. Yeah, I mean, one of the main things I think going with children is making sure that they drink lots and lots of water, because there's so many nice drinks that you don't get in Britain. There's just hundreds of different brands and shapes.
You got, like, you get Fanta Fruit Twist in England, where you got red Fanta, which is strawberry instead. You got normal Fanta, you got Mountain Dew. I don't think
we could go on for ages, but I think operatively what I'm saying is it's important that they drink like normal
it's
water.
All cheap as well.
Yeah, they need to drink proper water, because you really, really do get dehydrated. As Indy found out when he went to the toilet this morning, it came out like mud. So you just got to make sure that.
That was you.
Yeah, okay, maybe it was me. Okay, I want to give you a quick panorama of this little square. Okay, just so you can see the buildings. It's like, so this is not even the tallest part of town, and I'm having to go up and down with the camera so you can actually see. Oh yeah, Indy has to get in a shot. He's a bit of a film star, that one, or he wants to be. Okay, yeah, as you can see, okay, we're just surrounded by high buildings, and as I say, this is not really the highest part of town by any means. So we're walking towards the Berjaya, yeah, and it's behind it you can see, it doesn't really show it on the camera, but there's another building. It's really kind of interesting shape, and I will have to ask my cousin Glyn about this, because he does building design, and things like that. But I do wonder, like with these buildings, with the weird shapes of them, it seems like sometimes be quite a lot of wasted space, and I wonder about what the offices are like, where the concave and convex bits are in the kind of shape of the walls. Yeah, I'm just sort of walking along, showing you what it's like. Now, Kuala Lumpur is different than a lot of Asian cities, and it doesn't really feel very busy or frenetic, and it's kind of really laid back. If you like a kind of big city that's laid back, it's a pretty good place to go. And yeah, you're not getting hassled all the time like some places. Not that we get hassled more now anyway. I think once you've been there a while, they kind of spot that and just leave you alone. But like most Asian cities, it's really relaxed. I'd actually feel safer leaving Indy on his own here than I would almost anywhere in England. Okay, and that's kind of sad. People go, oh, in Asia, this, it's that. Honestly, it is much safer here.
It's just really like where you go and like just knowing your way around, really, rather than, and just don't look worried. Just like, yeah, don't look worried.
Yeah, it's one of them things. Like if you kind of look confident, people just leave you alone. so you don't have to worry about touts. We're just going into a kind of marketplace now. By accident, but this is why we kind of like, we said like the hidden world. It's we just wander to places rather than get a taxi everywhere. If you just walk, you will just find and come across interesting places, which most people just won't even know is here. I'll say most people do know it's here if they're from Kuala Lumpur, but for us, we've got this massive food court. Okay, we just come across it, and that happens all the time. That's why I urge you, if you do go off travelling anywhere, just wander. Okay, you're not going to get yourself into any bother, especially places like Kuala Lumpur. Okay, it's a really safe city, as I've said, and you're just wandering about places. The only off-putting part really is how hot it is. I'm just going to see what this thing is here. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Fish pond?
Has it got fish in it? Oh yeah. So here you catch your own squid or shrimps, and I'm going to go and see if this guy will show us what he's got. So you catch your own squid or some sort of fish food, and then they cook it for you. Hi. Can we have a look what's in your net? Can we look?
Yeah, this one only also.
Empty.
Yeah, one only.
Oh, it's okay. You can look.
This one, that's okay.
What is it?
Prawn tiger.
A what?
Prawn tiger.
It's a, what is it?
Fishing the prawn tiger.
Oh,
and
tiger prawn.
Huh?
Tiger prawn, yeah?
Prawn.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Okay.
All right, have a nice day. Yeah, and as you can see, everyone's...
You meet friendly geezers like that. So, well, I shouldn't really say geezers.
That's right. As I said, you can take the boy travelling, but you can't take him out of Pompey, really. But but yeah, so as I say, everyone's really friendly and approachable, and it's none of this like uptight nature where you can't just walk up to strangers and talk. Honestly, England as a place makes you feel dead shy because you talk to people, and often they don't talk back or they completely ignore you. Here, it's just a nice place to come. Anyway, so as you can see, Indy's looking quite happy. Okay, he's almost at this shopping centre that he's kind of looking forward to going to. I have to say, the scene, it does look quite exciting and spectacular for kids to go. And I think that's what you've got to do on a trip, taking him travelling. He sees loads of new experiences loads of things, but it's important to, if you do something like this, it kind of breaks it up for him a bit, so there's fun things to look forward to that gets him interested to start with. Pretty big building, this one, where we're going. Yeah.
So anyway, here we are. So let's go.
That's what you should do, is just watch the roads.
What?
I said that's what you should do, is look where you're going.
I think she said fine.
Yeah. Unlike in England, where people stop at crossings, it doesn't always what's happening in Asia. So what I have to keep in mind and Indy to do is actually wait, stop and look. And he should know actually, he's been to Asia before a few times.
Sewers.
Oh yeah,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
it's a sewer. So,
We go, ladies and gentlemen, in we go.
waiting. As you can see, I think he's quite excited about the prospect of going to this place. I'm not even sure it's the way built. So, Berjaya Times Square. Is this where we're going? I have no idea. Indy's kind of looked into this entirely himself. we're going to go in. This is our hotel, Indy. It's not the right place.
No, it's not. Oh, okay, go back round.
Right, I think, so it's also a hotel, as you can see, and we've just come to the wrong entrance. If you're in a car, it's got loads of parking, but come on your feet, it's better to walk around because you can see so much. You get the sights, the smells, you know, you see interesting plants. Don't know what these are, I'm sure my mum might be able to tell me. I was just trying to encourage her to get a tropical garden. Well, move to Asia, and she said it will be too hot and I won't be able to do my gardening. Well, they've got some beautiful gardens out here, so that's not true at all. And she could have sat there under a parasol all day, happy as anything. Anyway, this is the shopping centre. I think we're just going in now. It's aircon, which India just gets thrilled about. So you come out of the heat. It's hard to show you on the video, but you come in, it's immediately cooler. Okay, as you see, there's lots of promotions and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're just wandering about in here. As you see, there's lots of different food outlets, wine shops. Honestly, it puts my country to shame in Britain because you can buy anything you want. There's so much variety, and unlike in small provincial towns like Portsmouth, where you've got like population of 200,000, you've got a couple of little main shopping centres with not much in them, and loads of empty shops. Here, everything is buzzing and full of life. And I know Kuala Lumpur is a big city, but there's lots of like smaller cities in Asia that are just the same now. Yeah, as you see, it's just huge. And this is not even the biggest shopping centre in Kuala Lumpur by any means. You know, this is just one of many. Okay, there's just so many things for sale. You know, it's a shopper's paradise, really. I've got a couple of cousins, Stella and Sharon, so they absolutely love shopping. I think you wouldn't get them back out of here, to be honest. They'd be here forever. So here we are with a very excited Indy at Berjaya Times Square theme park. Okay, it's looking like quite an exciting thing for kids to go, and I think I might enjoy it more than Indy because they've got a massive roller coaster. Okay, as you see, is the prices to get in. It's not too bad. If you're Malaysian, it's about £11 for adults and a tenner for kids. But like a lot of things in Asian cities, there's one thing that really winds me up because it wouldn't be the same in Europe. Okay, non-Asian people have to pay a higher price. So for me, it's about £15, in India about 12, which makes it a little bit more expensive. But hey, I suppose that's not bad. So we're going to walk in and have a quick look. Okay, as you can see here, this is a massive roller coaster, massive space again. Right, what's your first impressions, Indy?
I'm a bit scared, I won't lie. I will not lie, but let's just delve right into it, yeah?
Right, I'm going to show you a quick video of what's here in this theme park. Okay, the roller coaster especially, because to me that's the main attraction. Okay, there's lots of rides for little kids, lots and lots of rides for little kids. But I'd say it's mainly aimed at little kids, apart from you've got this massive roller coaster, and there's all this kind of VR stuff going on. Okay, the roller coaster does all kind of sort of corkscrews and upside down turns and stuff like that. It looks really exciting. Okay, I will show you that running in a minute. Okay, but you can watch a full kind of preview of the theme park in one of our videos. Indy's done a kind of walkthrough of the whole park, so I'll keep this brief. So we've just been on the roller coaster, which had, I think, went upside down 3 times. I think there was 2 corkscrews and 1 big upside down bit. Indy, worth it?
Worth dying for. Yeah. It's a die for.
As you can see, he's a bit shell shocked. I think that's the biggest one he's been on so far. So yeah, good, really good. I think for a tenner, going on the and the little tiny funfair, them little ones you've got on Brighton Pier and at South Sea and stuff like that, which are really small. You pay about a £5 each for or more. I think considering it costs about £10 each to get in, and there's other attractions, I think it's really worth it. Indy?
Yeah, worth it if you want to die. I don't know why I'm so fixated on my head.
We've come out of the theme park now, and we are now going to go and head towards Little India. Okay, as you can see, traffic's a bit busier now. Okay, but it's almost like the city's come to life now. It's got later at night, which is interesting. We came across these steps, which are quite spectacular. Sort of all sorts of things like this in Asia City, which is really good to see. I think they're worried about their electricity bills out here. So on the way to Little India, we've just come across this Chinese market called Jalan Petaling in Petaling Street. Okay, and like any Asian city, Kuala Lumpur seems to come to life as the sun goes down and it turns to dusk. It does look like it's going to rain, and as I say, you can see the old traditional buildings here intermixed so closely with the super modern. Oh, you can see it's actually a flash of light in there, which is interesting. Anyway, we're going to cross the road, we're going to walk through the market so you can have a quick look.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, you can hear the thunder coming now, nice and loud. You can see like any Chinese market won't be complete without lovely food.
And good looking people.
So this is not a really traditional market, we've got lots of fake stuff, which is interesting. Okay, it's quite an interesting little market. Lots of stuff on sale. Yeah, nice and interesting. It's not even that busy, this one. Well, it's lucky we came in when we did, as you can hear, the heavens have just opened. Although this is covered, the water's still coming through a bit. Right, the rain's like kicking the storm come up. Yeah. Let's see. So it's a real storm, you can hear. And this happens frequently in Malaysia. It's almost like a daily sea. The rain has stopped the play. I want to quickly run out of it. Orange lighted and all sorts. As you can see, it's absolutely pouring down. I'm not saying that. But it's all good fun, right? So, I'm going to leave this video here, I think, for a few seconds, and go and get dry. As you can see, it's flooded. Apparently this is due to the new building being built. Okay, now all the water's yellow. Just shows what happens when you start blocking drainage ditches and stuff like that. So we're now approaching Little India finally. Okay, as you can see, it's all lit up. It's really nice. It's got increasingly more Indian as we kind of come to this area. You see this Bollywood shop there and such like. Indies there. And yeah, it's looking good. See, lots of Indian sort of stalls. An Indian kind of architecture, really. It's nice. So here we are in the Indian restaurant, in the Indian Quarter. Finally, it's just like being in Delhi, really, apart from the outside, it's all tidy and clean. But here it looks really nice and interesting. Lots going on. Wow, it's not really what I was thinking we were going to eat, but a nice way to finish. So we're going to sign off today from Little India in Kuala Lumpur. Please like and subscribe. See you next video.